What is up, crew? Welcome to OlliOlli World, the dev-described, bold new skateboarding action platformer that prescribes a colourful answer to the question, do we want more skateboarding in our video games libraries? The answer, of course, is yes. Skater XL and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2 notwithstanding, and parking the steady increase in action sports as a meaningful genre once again, and as we look to horizons that include Ubisoft's Riders Republic and Foam Puncher Shredders, we've sidled up to OlliOlli World, a gloriously presented colourful embrace of skateboarding and skateboarding culture. Taking place in the fictional graffiti-inspired play space of Radlandia, OlliOlli World is actually a visual reboot of an established series naturally called OlliOlli. Those earlier releases managed to pack a lot of core skater tricks into a simple input setup that was easy to learn and incredibly difficult to master, as more and more genius level design forced players to twitch and layer input upon input to get the most score for their thumbed bucks, with developer Roll7 also asking you to complete increasingly difficult challenges park to park. The results were gloriously frustrating in task, but insanely rewarding upon completion. And if you've dabbled in any of the earlier OlliOllis, you're not going to be too much of a stranger here. Ahead of Digi E3, I managed to get a fair chunk of time with OlliOlli World, which represents Roll7's biggest investment in expanding its skateboarding video game vision yet. As just mentioned, the game still largely follows much of how the previous entries rolled, but the studio has opted to add charm to its skating chops, serving up a fresh new look that feels warm and vibrant without being at all cheesy. For the uninitiated, the series blends EA's skate-like flick-it controls in a side-scrolling 2D world, and while being confined to a 2D plane might seem limiting, Roll7 has cleverly planted input options that allow for ollieing, alongside manuals and nose manuals, switch and natural spins, as well as tricks that range from simple kickflips to more complex executions across grinds, transitions, wall rides, gaps, and then combinations of all of the above in pure line collation. The game comes packed with in-level goals, whether it's completing a Mike's challenge or uncovering secret paths or running into one of the game's kooky characters. There's plenty to do. And while these are fun and engaging, there's just something special about stringing together your own combos that feels elevated here. And in addition to your own expression, Roll7's biome variation feeds into the studio's renewed focus on presentation, so OlliOlli World feels different every time you play. Here's a brief example of a run in the later stages of what I had access to and played, which features most of the basics of the game being presented as trick opportunities. The hope is the deeper you get into the game, the crazier the multipath levels become. As with any hands-on preview of a limited build, we just need to see more. But for what it's worth, what I played of OlliOlli World more than impressed. It's stylish and fun with an inviting sheen. Layers of depth lay tantalizingly hidden, but that's part of the charm, even at this early stage. With a winter US window, which means summer here in Australia, Roll7 has plenty of time to get this as right as needed. Now we prop the coping, wait our turn, and drop in.